So anyways, welcome to the channel. Gonna have a link down below in the description box. Let's just get rid of that. In the description box, as always, to credit WWE for piecing this together. Damian Priest and Gunther brawled as Gunther started off the show talking about Damian Priest being a bum. Priest came out and attacked Gunther. Security failed, and it continued all the way backstage. And I wanted to note that Damian Priest was well received. He's totally going to go babyface. I know I've been talking about that for a couple of weeks, but there it is. And it was just really cool to see that reaction. Ilya Dragunov versus Braun Breaker, #1 contenders match for the Intercontinental Championship. It was a great match. Breaker wins, and Sami Zayn will end up facing Breaker at SummerSlam. I'm telling you, these two new acquisitions to the top-tier roster of WWE is pretty spectacular. I'm really excited for these two. Like, really, really excited. Really quick on the backstage with Rhea Ripley that was chatting with Judgment Day. Rhea doesn't want Dom to start a war with Jey Uso constantly. It seemed like, according to Judgment Day, like she was defending Jey Uso. Are they going to end up hooking up? I don't know, but after that tongue thing, I'm just saying, I don't know what's going on there. Sonya Deville defeats Lyra Valkyria. But actually, from what I remember, this wasn't a one-on-one match. It was Kaden and Katana with Lyria versus Sonya and Zoe Stark and Sonya Deville. It was a nice match. The thing is, like I said, Sonya won with that weird Deville advocate where it's just like a drop-down elbow. I don't know. It just... I'm nitpicking, but it just seemed weird. But overall, this was a good match, and there you have it. VHS tape number 5 with Nikki Cross. It said nothing. It was just her screaming, and that was it. So I was just kind of like, what? I was hoping for a little bit more. It was just kind of, maybe they needed an extra week to come up with some material. I'm just trying to be funny. I don't know. CM Punk in the ring says he's medically cleared. Calls out Drew. Punk wants Drew, but Drew seemed to be backing off here. But then Adam Pearce came out, and he had an announcement to make, and clearly something with really bad static must have happened in Seth Rollins' bathroom, because, I don't know, man. His shower curtains or his bed sheets or something just stuck to him is pretty interesting. And at SummerSlam, he is going to be the special guest referee. So that's going to be interesting. That is going to be interesting. Xavier Woods and the Alpha Academy versus Final Testament. Nice match, and it had Karrion Kross, my man, picking up the win, pinning Xavier. Then Chad and Gable. Oh my God. Then Chad Gable and I almost said the Alpha Bros, the Creed brothers. Oh my God. Came out to chat with their former team and was basically belittling all of them, as always. Otis said he had no intentions on going back. And essentially the lights went out. Wyatt Six came out, and we saw some action. Because Chad Gable turned around and he got Sister Abigail'd by Uncle Howdy. That for me was pretty much the highlight of the frickin' night. It was just awesome. Well, there you go. You could see it again if you want. It was awesome. That's Bo Dallas, in case you didn't know. Now, this was a little bit wonky. Here. Big Bronson Reed was supposed to face off against Pete Dunne, but the match was done before it even started, as Sheamus took out Pete Dunne and Bronson Reed. And it just ended up, we never had the match. I'm wondering if for SummerSlam, we're going to have a little triple threat 3-way. I don't know. I'm just, that whole thing where you see something is like, oh my God, Adam Pearce going to come out, make the match. Backstage there. Oh, we'll talk to about that in a minute. Backstage, Rhea Ripley was not happy that Finn booked a match again with Jey Uso. She wants Jey Uso left alone. Doesn't want to start stuff with Sammy. Grabs Dom Dom, Dirty Don Dom, and drags him out to the ring. Little interesting love triangle here. Dom then flipped out saying, "Liv, I hate you," and that's what that reaction was right there. I don't know where this is going to go. Like I said, moving forward, I don't know where it's going. But it's interesting. Yeah, a little confusing, but whatever. Either which way, I'm entertained. I'm having fun watching the product. That's the main takeaway. And then we had Zelina Vega defeat Zoe Stark, and I can't help but say that Zelina Vega is the Rey Mysterio of the females division. She's pretty good, because oftentimes you'll be like, she can't do shit with all that fancy hair and all that. She should just be a manager, and then she does all these things, and you're like, oh, okay, well, she clearly knows what she's doing. So yeah, so this was pretty cool. But then the distractions from Sonya I didn't appreciate, because Zoe Stark is Zoe Stark. She doesn't need no distractions or any of that bullshit to help her win. And it still didn't help. And then Lyria Valkyria, I always butcher her name, Kaden and Katana came out, evened out the odds, and that was it. And then somehow, oh wow, I forgot to write notes for the end. Well, that's okay. Hopefully I remember this. Sami Zayn and Jey Uso defeated the Judgment Day. So there you have it. Grand Slam Finn and Bonkerhead JD McNugget. And then right at the very end, as they were celebrating, you could see Jey Uso up there. See, I remember. I don't always need my notes. Screw the notes. Don't need them. Braun Breaker came out with a cheap shot and speared Sami Zayn. I mean, that's some heel shit, but like I said, everybody is still cheering him, which they should. Just because the guy's being a little naughty doesn't mean he doesn't deserve any love. I wanted to make sure it was actually on my computer, not my PlayStation 5. Okay, so it did work. A little late to check now. Anyhow, that's it. There was an update for 2K24, something going on with the Pat McAfee DLC. If you didn't see the video yet, I'm not saying to go and watch it. I'm just letting you know that I did make a video on it addressing the patch notes that came out for the game. And then I went a little heel on Pat McAfee just for a moment. Just something that needed to be done, needed to be said. Thumbs up as always if you liked the video. It does greatly help support the channel with the algorithm. Thumbs down if you didn't like it. And I'll bend it in half, twist it, and you'll get the solo Sokoan spike in the rectum. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, naturally that would be great. But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care. And maybe I'll see some of you in the next one if I'm lucky. Bye for now.